TikTok and WeChat will officially be banned from the app stores in the United States starting on September 20th. This coincides with the deadline set forth with the pair of executive orders issued by President Trump that stipulated the U.S. interests of TikTok be sold to a U.S.-based company. The potential deal submitted to the Commerce Department earlier this week involved ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, selling a portion of its operations to Oracle, which would classify them as a so-called tech partner. That apparently was not enough to satisfy the order. The ban means that both Google and Apple will need to remove the apps from their stores on Sunday. So the rulings are a little different for each app. For TikTok, if users already have the app downloaded before that date, it should still function as normal for now, but updates will not be available going forward. There was also a separate ruling setting a date of November 12th for TikTok, after which it would ban any U.S. company from providing internet hosting services and a number of other restrictions, which means it could leave a window for further negotiation on the sale. For WeChat, however, which is owned by China-based company Tencent, it would appear that the ban and the additional restrictions both go into place on September 12th, which means that the messaging app may not function at all after Sunday. So there's still a lot of details and explanations as to how all of this directly plays out to be known, but Trump is expected to make a statement on it today. Of note, there are about 19 million active WeChat users in the US and a reported 100 million users for TikTok. We'll keep you up to date on all of the details at digitaltrends.com. Social media sites have made active attempts to quell the spread of misinformation on their platforms to varying degrees of success, but Twitter has now posted the results of some of their efforts to stop policy violations. So Twitter specifically highlighted the action it's taken against the far-right conspiracy group Q-Anon. In July, in addition to removing thousands of actual accounts, they also began removing posts that promoted them or their false information from trends and recommendations, resulting in a decrease of impressions by 50% across the platform. This goes in lockstep with other moves the company's made as we approach the election, which include banning political advertising and flagging or even taking down tweets that contain blatant misinformation about voting or coronavirus, particularly from political candidates. Now, this shows that content moderation can work when trying to reduce the amount of hate speech and abuse on platforms, but it also hasn't gotten rid of it. There are still plenty of posts touting ridiculous claims on Twitter and, of course, on other social media platforms, but it's a start. You can read more about it at digitaltrends.com. As we build toward a future of autonomous cars, there are some unique designs from a number of companies that showcase possible use cases. And a German company called the German Aerospace Center is the latest, and they've released a video of their prototype called the U-Shift. So the entire vehicle runs on what would be an autonomous base, which makes it extremely modular. They mentioned how it could be used for transportation by placing a bus-like add-on on the back. You could also turn it into a delivery system or use it in warehouses. They even mentioned a use case as a traveling sales room. The actual prototype they showcased is still run on remote control, as the logistics of full autonomy are still being worked out. In addition to the tech, there are a lot of regulations and standards that would need to be worked out as well. So the company plans on testing this version of the U-Shift in a variety of scenarios, working toward a fully autonomous version that could reach 40 miles an hour in a few years. The potential for autonomous vehicles is wide open, and you can read more about it at digitaltrends.com. So, want to know where I'll be in 2023? Well, a new reality show is currently being developed called Space Hero, which will end up sending a contestant on a 10-day trip to the International Space Station. Space Hero is being created by a US-based production company called Propagate, and they plan on a worldwide search for contestants who are everyday people, everyday show hosts who have a love and interest in space exploration. Those contestants will then undergo extensive physical and mental training as part of the show. The culmination of it will involve a worldwide broadcast where viewers can vote on who they want to send to space. And the show will chronicle the winner from launch to return as they head to the ISS for 10 days to work alongside astronauts, and that trip is slated for 2023. So there's no word on when or how the casting for the show will begin, but if you know anyone that's involved, please send them my way, like now, because I really want to win this thing. But you can read more about the contest at digitaltrends.com.